Hello everyone. I'm here with another video, and in this video I will be showcasing my latest project that I did on the React course, which is the memory card project. And talking about the projects, the objective was to make a memory card game. For those who don't know what a memory card game is, it's a game where the game will show us some cards, unique cards, and we have to memorize each of those cards, and each time we should select a card, but we should not select it more than once in our gameplay. So if we choose it more than once, then it means that our memory is bad, and it means that we lost the game. And if we select every card without clicking a card more than once, then it means that we won the game. So yeah, I completed the project in about 3 days. Actually, yeah, 3 days. And unlike the last unlike the previous projects that I did, I had the time to do this project for the entire day. Like, I could give about 4 hours 5 hours every day in this project for the 3 days. So it's about 15 hour or 10 hour of work. And yeah, it's one of a project that I did this fast. I mean, if we calculate the days, it's one of the project that I did this fast. But anyway, I had if we calculate the hours, then it's, yeah, I had to spend more hours here. So yeah, and now it's almost, the React section is almost yeah, it's 50% complete. Actually, I was trying to complete the entire React section by the end of October or the start of November, but it didn't happen. I was quite busy October, and I was having extra classes in my college, and I was having fever, and I also attended some events. So this wasn't a productive month, and my initial plan was to start Node.js by 15 November, but I don't know if it will be possible. But I will try my best to complete the React section by the mid of November. But yeah, as always, I think I will be late, but I will try my best. And my time is also running out. I will be graduating at around February, March, and I must complete everything before at least January. Everything of Odin before the January. Yeah. So let's forget about those jargons and focus on what we have here. So the assignment was to create, as I said, a memory card game. It should contain best score and also highest score. And for this highest score, I implemented it using local storage so that it can persist across the browser for a long time. And the theme of the memory card wasn't mentioned here. So we could use anything if we want. We could use anything, any anime characters, any movie characters, nature, places, or anything like that. But here they gave some examples like Giphy API and Pokemon API, and I went with Pokemon API since I saw many projects using that API, and it wasn't anything hard to use, and it also didn't um, require me to sign in for the sign in for the API as well. So there's no secret keys or anything like that. And yeah, so that's it. I don't know if it's the React course is if it's because the React course is new. What I mean by is that there's no extra credit section for the React course projects. Like, for the other courses like advanced JavaScript, intermediate CSS, and HTML, they always had a section in the assignment called extra credit, where they at least try to make us do something more than what the minimum they had in their mind. But here there's nothing like that in the React courses. I hope they try to improve it so that it can give some challenge. But anyway, I didn't apart from the assignment that they gave, I also implemented some extra things as well. So here's my project, and before that I will show you something, someone else's project. So I took inspiration from this guy. Actually, initially I planned this background image and some of these retro aspects of this project, but yeah, later I switched it. But anyway, mine is similar to his. That is, mine is also 2D and 2D and as well as kind of pixelated art. He have music here, but I don't like that. It's distracting, to be honest. And yeah, this is his project. And yeah, so before going to mine, I had to give some credits. And yeah, I definitely took the logo from from his project. Mine is the same as him. Initially, what I did was I was planning to make it based on a night theme, a night Pokemon theme. That was, everything was dark and black, black background, black street. But then, yeah, I just switched with this greenery. So yeah, so this is my project named Pokemon, and I implemented high score section, and apart from what the statement told, I also implemented difficulty mode. Like, there's rookie, veteran and expert modes. In the rookie mode there's 5 cards, in veteran there's 10, and in expert there's 15. So yeah, and upon clicking each Pokemon, it will also produce the sound of that Pokemon. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I will again click. Oh sorry, I turned off my desktop audio. Maybe you will be able to hear it right now. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I implemented that functionality as well. And one interesting thing that I learned after doing this project is that, not after but doing this project, is that uh, you see that the cards will be only flipped to the front after every images are loaded. So there's like um, even if I throttle my internet connection to a lowest one, and if I click the export mode, it won't flip the cards until every single of them are loaded. It's unlike what many others did. Maybe I will show an example. So maybe choose card option and throttle with 4G. Yeah, for the first initial, I think he has also implemented it, but yeah, sorry. um, yeah, I shouldn't check the most liked projects. I should go with newest to show what I meant. Use a throttle. Is it already cached? I think it's already cached, that's why it's yeah, I will show you what I meant by here. Yes, you can see there are shifts happening, and as you can see, some cards are loaded even before the images are displayed. But as I said before, what I did here was I created a new state named loaded images, and there is something called onload event listener for images that we can use to find if our images has been loaded and cached to our browser. So what I did was I made a state, and I update the state each time the image has been loaded, and it will only display the images after every single of them has been loaded. So what I mean by that is, initially I will display all the images, but those images will be invisible in the styles, and it will be also position absolute, so it won't interfere with other elements in the page. And I wait till all the images are loaded and cached to the browser. Then after the loaded images state match to the total number of cards, then it will then will it only remove that invisible and absolute styles from the cards. So that's what I meant by that. Yeah, it took quite a time to show you that. So as for these dialogues, I made it using the dialogue element. There was something called React model which I tried, but I didn't find it appealing. And I also uh, tried to use something called React card flip for flipping the cards, but it was slow, to be honest. Like, I had to make all these flipping synchronously, but it didn't, when I used that library, it didn't follow that. I don't know why. So I went with my own implementation, simple implementation. When I try to use that, some cards loads instantly and some just takes a time to flip, like it wasn't synchronous. So yeah, and as I said before, this is these models are made using dialog element. And since we couldn't directly what should I say, if you have used dialogs before, to open it as a model, we have to use JavaScript. We have to query that dialog element, and we have to use the show model method to invoke that model. But it wasn't possible using uh, what we have learned till now using the React. So what I did was, I used something called useref. Useref is another React hook that we can use to persist, like, the reference to a DOM element and things like that. I don't know if it's if that's what it's used for, but I think it is. Now that I think about it, maybe I could also use effect and document query selector for this. I don't know. I haven't tried that, but anyway, since useref was an easy option, I went with that. And yeah, so those are the main things that I have in my project, uh, that I tried, that I learned something new from this. So now I will show you the source code of my project. Yeah, this Pokemon API.js is the file uh, that tries to fetch all the Pokemon data. And here, as you can see, I've skipped, like, there's offset and limit. The offset is generated using math.random, so that the Pokemons are yeah, each time the Pokemons are random. And as for the limit, it depends on the mode that we select. If it's the rookie mode, then there's the limit is limit he will be 5 into 3 15. If it's a veteran mode, the number of cards is 10 into 3 equal to 30. And the reason why I chose to multiply it with 3 is because of the, yeah, if you have watched Pokemon before, uh, the same Pokemon could have an upgraded version, like Bulbasaur may have Ivysaur, I don't know what's the name of those. And yeah, when I checked, uh, some Pokemons have upgraded version, and those upgraded version are typically next to each other. So if I use something like division by 3, modular by 3, for each 3 Pokemons, it will only select one of them and will skip 2. So that's the reason why I chose to multiply the limit by 3 and to skip 2 of them here. And then there's the index.css. Yeah, I forgot to tell before, but I've been using Tailwind for my recent projects, and this is also made using Tailwind. Tailwind is quite nice, to be honest. Sometimes it has its fair share of quirky parts, but it's definitely good. Then there's the util. These are some utility functions to shuffle Pokemon data. This shuffling algorithm is not good, to be honest. Sometimes some data are favored and it's not truly random, but anyway I chose with the regular sort function. Then there's the random integer from interval, so that I can select what should I say, select an offset for the data for the API, and I put the minimum as 0 to 1000 because when I check the Poke API has a limit of, the Poke API consists of about 1300 Pokemons. So yeah, its limit is about 1300. So I went with 0 to 1000. And main.js, it doesn't have anything. Index.css I already showed. Then there's the app.jsx, and yeah, these are difficulty button, difficulty selector, and some models. I implemented end model and stat model as well, which are both extended version of the dialog model. So you can see I have ref use ref hook here to um, manage the dialog, yeah, to show the dialog when it's rendered. And then there's yeah, I also made sure to uh, remove the escape key binding of models, because in regular JavaScript dialog models, if you click the escape button, it will close that model. So yeah, in my game I didn't want that behavior, so yeah, I used user to remove that behavior. And there's a GitHub links that just directs me to my GitHub repo. Then header contains the Pokemon high score and the score section. There's a Pokemon item. Yeah, maybe I will show this to you. Pokemon list. Pokemon list just, yeah, it just shows the list of Pokemon. And then there's the Pokemon item, and yeah, as you can see, yeah, as you can see, on load, and if the Pokemon image exists, I set this set loaded images to count +1. So yeah, and if it's loaded, I will, in my app.jsx, I will, if all the images are loaded, then in the app.jsx the flip will be turned to false. Then only it will remove this invisible and absolute. Otherwise it will be there and the images won't be shown, and it will be loaded in the background without the user seeing. And yeah, so that's about it. And there's the audio browser object here, and I also set the volume to quite low. And yeah, so that's the most of the parts. And there's the app.jsx. This is the largest file in this repo. By that I mean the largest file that I coded with hand. And then there's, yes, you can see there's many states here: Pokemon data, cards, limit, flip, selected Pokemon, score, loaded images, game end, and handle flips. For this project I had to like uh, I had to shift many states way up in the branch. Like, yeah, for this flip, like the flip is for the card Pokemon item, and I have to like pull it back to the Pokemon list, and then again pull it back to the app.jsx. And to be honest, I don't like that part of shifting too much in the too much up in the tree. It's um, sometimes it's confusing, but anyway, it's only choice. that I have for now, since I don't know any other techniques to avoid that. Yeah, as you can see, here's the use effect, which checks if all the images are loaded, and then if it's loaded, then it sets the flip to false. Then here's the use effect to fetch the Pokemon data. And as you can see here, even before fetching the data, since fetching will take some time, fetching the data will take some time, I set the Pokemon data to empty, to like an array of empty strings, so that it will show that uh, flipped version of the Pokemon item card. Yeah, so that's a new trick that I found. I don't know if it's something good, but anyway, I went with this so that even before the data is fetched, uh, it will show the cards with it being in flipped mode. Yeah, and yes, so that's about most of the most of my project. And yeah, so basically that's it. And yeah, I will put the links to the GitHub and the live version in my description. And so that's about it. Yeah, thank you. See you in next video.